Greetings, everyone. Hi, my name is Dr. Keith Marshall. I am the Clinical Director and the Chief Executive Officer of Dedicato Treatment Center. Our website is www.dedicatedtreatment.com. Again, www.dedicatedtreatment.com. Our phone number is 626-921-0113. Again, 626-921-0113. I wanted to take the time to talk about the unprecedented times that we are having right now. As a drug and alcohol treatment center, and we are also licensed by the Joint Commission, we have pretty much first responder responsibilities, if you will. We know that while this pandemic is going on, people are still suffering and struggling with this insidious disease called addiction, chemical dependency. And what does that mean for us now? Well, now that families are pretty much bound by law to practice social distancing, stay-at-home orders, not only is it bringing up anxiety for family members simply trying to mitigate their own anxiety, having to stay in bounds, if you will, and stay inside. What about the persons or family members who are also struggling with alcoholism and chemical dependency, who have loved ones coming in and out of the house, definitely not practicing social distancing or even hygiene for that matter? I suffered from addiction for about 20 years of my own life before I became a doctor and licensed in addictions treatment counseling. And I realized at that time I compromised my family with my behaviors. I compromised my own health and hygiene. So there's no question that in the times we're living right now, everyone who is directly or indirectly suffering from addiction and or dealing with family members who are suffering from addiction are simply in a more high-risk situation. Dedicato Treatment Center, we are very COVID-19 sensitive. We've always practiced good health standards here, hand washing. We just simply right now have raised the bar, if you will, because we know that we still are open, our doors are open to take in people who are suffering from addiction. So we're taking very real precautions to not only give them protective measures as opposed to, such as wearing gloves and masks during individual and or group therapy. We live in a community, our treatment centers in a community where we have enough space, if you will, to give people the environment of care that they need to still deal with their substance use. Isolation, defiance, these are outstanding characteristics of addicts and alcoholics anyway. And so now you add these stressors like boredom and anxiety and depression to simply exacerbate the whole reality. People become even more sensitive. My hope is that this video will invoke, if nothing else, some discussion with people who may be at home and struggling and dealing with people who are going in and out of the home to use and drink, or people who are staying very much at home. Research has shown that alcohol production has increased while people are actually home, which means that people may even be drinking more right at home. My hope is that I could stimulate the attention of this and help people to realize that if they don't do something about it, alcoholism in and of itself will not just simply go away. People need help. Family needs help. Dedicato Treatment Center is here to actually do that. If you need someone to talk to, if you need a place to go for treatment, give us a call or check out our website, as I had mentioned in the beginning, to see if we are a provider that can give you the services that you need. We also want to make sure that people in the families who are pretty much dealing with the stressors around their loved ones who are actually going in and out of the houses, using drugs and then coming in, placing everyone at risk, because we know they're not practicing thorough protective measures while they're out seeking and drug seeking and using. So this is a situation now where this pandemic has made it very, very real to the family, and very, very dangerous to the ones in the family and the ones who are out using. We want you to know that Dedicato Treatment Center is here to help. We have been helping since this thing has started. We have people in treatment and transitioning back with more understanding how to protect themselves, and also how to engage in some type of social media, even if it's Zoom meetings or interacting with the therapeutic process. After they leave treatment, we're connecting them also to therapists and counselors via Zoom. Hey guys, this is the times we live in. We can't ignore that. So we're becoming very sensitive and integrating other ways for people who leave treatment to still connect to the social environment of others in recovery, because AA meetings and NA meetings and other types of meetings, smart recovery, these social gatherings have also now been disrupted. So there's a lot more to gain and understand as how to teach this person who is recovering from alcohol and drugs, how to continue to mitigate some of the underlying feelings and emotions that have become the triggers for them to use in the first place. So not only are we getting them in treatment, we have now become more sensitive to education and awareness on how to use social media to connect with other people in the community of recovery, and also opening ourselves up to the families to help them to learn how to deal with the reintegration, if you will, process for their family members coming back into treatment. So as stated, Dedicato Treatment Center is open 24 hours a day. Our services are still here. We know that addiction does not stop just because the government says, hey, everybody go in. Addiction has no care for people's or this pandemic. Addiction is just what it is. It's a very debilitating and an unbelievable rapacious predator, if you will. It will simply rob people. It will disrupt the family. It will keep people always anxious and upset and depressed and ambiguous, dealing and experience with so much more pain, if you will, on top of having to deal with the societal factors that are going on right now. So let us help you. Give us a call again, 626-921-0113. Our website is www.dedicatedtreatment.com. Oh yes, let's not forget our first responders who are in the hospitals, or the ones who are like fire and police, who are often out there trying to mitigate and reduce the anxiety and the stressors that go along with what's already happening in society, and them being exposed to COVID-19. And many of them go home too, often without anyone to talk to or to deal with, and helping them to reduce some of their own stressors for being in harm's way 24 hours a day. We're also here to help them too. So please stay safe and know that there's a treatment center that is totally involved, totally active, an owner and a clinical director who understands, because he's been at the front line of it all, and understands that addiction simply doesn't just go away because of a pandemic. There's some very real factors here that are hurting the addict and hurting the persons that they love, and we are here to help. Please stay safe. Thank you, and God bless.